Hello everybody, Assassinator back with a tips and tricks achievement guide for Thunder Kid Hunt for the Robot Emperor. Now this game was developed by East Asia Soft and Renegade Sector Games. It was published by East Asia Soft, who gave me a review copy, and this game releases on March 23rd, 2022. Now this is an action-adventure 3D platformer shooter. It has a total of 12 achievements worth 1,000 gamer score. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to walk you through basically telling you the tips and tricks on how to get these achievements. For the most part, they're pretty straightforward, so let's get started. So the first three achievements that we're going to look at is Hunter 1, Hunter 2, and Hunter 3, which correlate to you killing 10 enemies, 50 enemies, and 100 enemies. Now this is just going to come from your regular gameplay because you do have to defeat 3 main bosses. So therefore, working your way towards that, if you just kill who you see, kill who you need to kill, you'll eventually kill way over that 100. So overall, it doesn't need any other explaining than that. Just know that each enemy has its own, I guess, type of movement, animations, basically how it kills. You got certain enemies that just shoot forward. You got other enemies that kind of shoot, 3, but one to the left at an angle, one to the right at an angle, one straight forward. You got, enemies that throw bombs. There's a bunch of different variety of enemies. You just got to kind of learn, and time your shooting. If you time your shots in between their shots, you should be all good. So next up we have energy medals. Now energy medals are kind of like the main collectible in the game. You need to collect 1, 2, and 4. And there's 1 per stage. The thing is, they're usually off the regular beaten path. So if you go for the easiest path into the end, you're not going to find it. It's usually down the secondary path, so if there's a higher path that takes a little bit of skill to jump across platforms, that's where it's going to be. And so it's basically just a giant gold coin, as you can see on screen. Now in my first playthrough, I was able to find 6 or 7 of these on my way to the bosses, so you shouldn't have any problem finding these in the stages. Just know, go off the regular beaten path to end up locating these. Next up, we have 3 achievements for collecting health tokens. You have to collect 3, 6, and 9. And overall, this is kind of random because every enemy that you kill, there's potential that they might drop a health token. But you need to make sure that if a health token drops and you have full energy, you cannot pick it up. So it won't count towards your total that you've gathered. So what you need to do is just find the next enemy, get hit by it, go back and grab that health token. That's what I did in order to get this quicker. So as you can see on screen, I'm collecting a health token right now. So just be on the lookout for these. So next up is the boss fight, which is defeat the boxer boss. Now this boss was overall the toughest one of the 3 that I went against. And this one, basically what it does is he throws his fist and it shoots bullets to the sides. But it does it on the way towards you and the way away from you. So you got to watch out for those. So what I do is I back up against the wall, the back wall, and then I'll jump over because there's only 1 or 2 that I need to jump over. Then when he does this ground pound type thing, I go from the back of the room, I jump towards the middle so that I end up in between the 2 waves where they kind of come across, as you can see on screen. And basically I just kind of follow this the whole time. And I bob and weave to left and right because as he, I guess, takes damage, he becomes tougher. And then what he's going to want to do is he's going to want to throw more of those bullets at you. Play footage playing just so you can kind of see, me actually complete this. I think I got hit twice, maybe 3 times, but that wasn't quite the end for me. Next up, we have the achievement for beating the second boss, which is Lord Longlegs. Now the strategy that I used was I kept hitting him with some jump attacks. That is the only way to get him, so you want to keep on shooting no matter what. You just hold down the shoot button so that every time you do manage to get a jump attack, if it connects, it will count as a hit. If you shoot him in the legs, it doesn't seem to actually hit him most of the time. I think I got 1 or 2 hits from hitting in the legs, but for the most part, it takes a jump attack. Now, one thing that you want to look for is his bullet pattern stays the same. It's always the same. He shoots some to the sides, he shoots some straight, he shoots some at an angle. So that all stays the same. So just keep on, I guess, bobbing and weaving there. And the only other strategy that I have is whenever he shoots the bombs out, make sure to move towards the top of the screen. That will help it so that you don't get hit, because obviously he doesn't throw them directly to his side, he throws them more in front of him. So make sure to be patient. Don't think that you're going to kill him quick. Obviously, you go and you start doing, oh, I got to get an extra couple hits, and that's going to end up causing you to take damage, and you're going to end up losing and have to restart. So last achievement you should have left is the one for defeating boss number 3. Now boss number 3 is called Drone Duke, and my strategy for beating this guy was actually, it's all about patterns. And so in here, all I did was stood on my starting brick, the brick that I start on, the tile I start on. You kind of see what I do on screen. And all I do is I wait for his lasers to come and intersect right there, the lasers he has going along the tile, and I jump directly backwards and I go against the wall, and then I race back forward to go ahead and basically get away from all the other lasers. As you see, if you stay right here, you will not get hit. Now you want to make sure that when you jump all the way back, you kind of hold, so you kind of slide down the wall a second, because at certain times you're going to end up needing that. I mean, I'm not getting hit by bullets, I don't get hit by lasers. I eventually get hit by a laser when I go to jump back because my timing was just off just a little bit. But for the most part, if you try this strategy a couple times, you should be able to defeat him with no problem. So there's my tips and tricks achievement guide. Hopefully you found it informative. Hopefully you're able to use my tips and tricks to get you your full 12 achievements, your full 1000 gamer score. If you did, hit that like button, and until next time, Assassinator out.